Hello, 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 and welcome to the Sanibel Captiva Guide podcast. This one's going to be a good one. There's a lot of areas in this podcast where we don't quite know what we're talking about, but we try and play along with it.
Speak for yourself.
Well, yeah, occasionally. Well, we'll see. Actually, we'll see in the quiz today how well you do with this one.
All right.
Because I think this one might be
geared towards you and Max.
Yeah, one Travis here. But anyway, I'd just like to introduce Travis Hopson. He is the assistant pro at the Dunes Golf and Tennis Club. And hey, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, so basically, there's one thing I know quite a bit about. I didn't say I was a good golfer, but I do know quite a bit about it. I used to play a lot, and now Max and I are getting back into it. But I've played a lot of rounds. That doesn't make you a good golfer, but I've played a lot of rounds. This man, on the other hand, is actually an assistant pro and plays very well. And so we're doing a blog piece on the website about island golf and aimed at everyone, really. If you're just coming here with your kids, or if you're planning a boys' trip of golf where you want to go around and play
or
girls' trip. Yeah, I knew that was coming. And then just if you wanted to do some sort of golf trip or something. So it's a really detailed article on the blog about the golf courses. And I thought, what better an opportunity than have somebody that actually works these courses, teaches the local players at one of the island's best courses, the Dunes, one that I've played many times. So welcome, thanks for coming in. And so tell us a little bit about your background in golf. How did you end up here at the Dunes on Sanibel Island?
So golf, it's a sport that I got into back in high school. I was playing baseball, racing motorcycles back then.
And where were you from?
Up in Tampa, just south of it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you're from Florida boy.
From Riverview.
Yep.
Up there. I went to school there. I was playing on the baseball team. I was enjoying it. I was playing on the summer ball right before high school. And some kids in the neighborhood wanted to go play golf that week with their dad. So I said, yeah, why not? Let's go try it. Ever since then, I was hooked. I remember we were picking our classes for our freshman year of high school, and then there's a class called golf. My dad wanted me to go to I think a keyboard typing class or something with computers.
Sounds like a parent.
Something useful, yeah.
And my mom really fought him, and because it's something I wanted to do was play golf because it was fun, and it's the one thing I really fought back with my dad for.
Yeah.
Right.
And something I always really did what he wanted to do, always followed his word to the T because he is my hero for the most part.
Yeah.
But it's one thing I wanted to do, and ever since then I was hooked. Made the team as a freshman. I was horrible. I didn't get decent until about my senior year of high school, and along the path there's a lot of tournaments. I was coming in really dead last, so I was getting a lot better, and then I started playing well. I played really well in a few tournaments out in Texas, where my family's from, my dad's side, and then just went to college, and then just grew from there.
Yeah. Did you go to college in Florida?
Yeah, I went to Florida Gulf Coast here.
Okay. Yep.
So it was a nice school. Started out in the PGA program, or the PGM. Went away from that. Wanted to do something with environmental science and philosophy for a little bit, and then do the PGA on my own.
Oh, that's awesome.
But throughout college, I was working at golf courses and really just growing until the spot I am now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'll tell you what, that's something to be taken from that, because Max is just starting golf, and I've been there, and I almost feel like I'm restarting golf again because I haven't really played much for the last 10 years. And
now you have a buddy.
Now I've got a buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, and actually Travis as well, because we've been playing on a Friday night with a tournament that he sets up, which we'll talk about in a minute. But it's so cool that you say that, because anybody getting in with this day and age of everybody being entitled and people saying that people are entitled, the golf is a self-leveler. When you get into it, there's nobody walks into golf who's great straight away. I've never seen one player. Have you?
Really, the only person I've ever seen ball hit, or really without playing in years, is Malia.
Really?
Oh, I know
Your
Malia,
girlfriend.
my fiance. Yeah, she.
Or your fiance.
We
yeah.
go out and played one week, about a year and a half ago during the summer, and she hit the ball really well. She impressed me. She impressed our friends Dustin and Lauren. It was just unbelievable.
Impressed herself?
Yeah.
And she'd never played before.
She did back in high school for like a year, she says, but
right.
you just can't get her back out on the course right now. So because she's working so much, and
yeah.
So that's
Shout out
how
to Malia.
Malia and Spoondrift. Malia runs Spoondrift with her dad.
Spoondrift Island Bowls, which is a local poke bowl a place down at Bailey Shopping Plaza where our daughters work. Brooke and McKenna work down there. They love it. They love the family.
Absolutely great.
Yeah, great place to get some lunch.
So through that we met Travis, and then you've put on a tournament, or the Dunes Golf and Tennis puts on a tournament every Friday. Why don't you tell a little bit about that? So, just a quick message before we get back to the show. We put a ton of effort into bringing you quality content, so if you would like to help us share our love of the islands, here are several easy ways. Firstly, you can support us on Patreon. You could purchase an island souvenir from our Etsy store. You can metaphorically buy us a coffee, which is an easy way to donate a couple of bucks.
Don't you prefer tea?
Well, I do, kind of. Also, like and subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with all things Sanibel and Captiva. And finally, show some love to our sponsors. Let them know we sent you. All the links are in the description below. Now, back to the episode.
So I think that's the best thing to do here on the week if you're a local. For every Friday night at 5 o'clock, we put on a little 2-man scramble. So you can sign up with a partner or by yourself. If we have someone else to sign you up with, we'll put you together. If not, we'll put you with another group where someone will play 2 balls, really to get you to go out there and have fun. It is a handicapped event, so we try to, if you don't have a handicap, tell us what you most normally shoot, and we'll give you one. It's really just a good way to go out there and meet more of the locals that play out here on the island.
And is it only during the summer?
Yeah, during the summer, so it's from May through end of September.
Okay.
That's just because of daylight. There's no more daylight once the times change.
That's true. That's true.
It's every night Friday, so once the people work and get off and go do it.
Right. Starts at 5, is that right?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
So just play 9 holes, and we go back and tell long stories in the bar afterwards about how well we've played. Our scorecards usually say differently, but
yeah, get in a little trouble for staying out a little too late.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
It's more like a bowling league, which is fun for me because I've never was a part of that. So that's what got me really familiar with the Dunes. It's because that's what I played in for 2 years before
you worked there.
Before I came
no
out.
way, I didn't know that. You played there before you. So you were at another club, local club. Which club was that?
I was at Old Hickory Country Club over in Fort Myers.
Okay, and so you were playing here, and that's how you found it. That's how you ended up working it.
Wow.
Yep,
Oh,
so
that's crazy.
ended up growing into that position. I think it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You got to meet a lot of really nice people, really cool people playing golf with you guys.
Yeah. No, we love it.
And
we
now
love
you
going.
have a far drive to work. Tell everybody how long to get to work.
It's 1.2 miles from door to door, which is unbelievable.
Wow.
I know. It's if you could, I could walk there. I'm just too lazy to do
Right.
it.
You need a golf cart, maybe.
Yeah.
That's one thing we need to invest in.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the Dunes golf course. To explain, everyone, give it in a sum it up in a few words. What it
Elevator
is
speech of the Dunes.
of the course.
It's probably the hardest 5,500 yard course you'll ever play. There's
Wow.
water that comes in on every shot in play. The greens are tiny; they're about the size of the room.
Okay, hold on. I've got to
postage
stop you
stamps.
right there because I was trying to be nice when I wrote my blog piece. I said this is a really short, by today's standards, 18 holes. But believe me, you would never want to play it at 7,200 yards, which is the new PGA standard. You're being more honest about it. It's flat out hard. Okay, so carry on as you were.
It is. So the front nine is a lot shorter than the back. The back's got a little bit more length and character to it, but the front's a lot of fun. That's usually what we play on Friday nights. Because there's holes you can drive if you want to take on the water. Trust me, I hit a lot of balls in the water out there, even in a 2-man scramble.
Who's charged with getting the ball? Because I mean, how many balls did you guys lose last week?
Not last week, but our record is 31 balls in 9
one
holes.
round in 9 holes.
So normally in a scramble, you can rely on one of you needs to make a shot out of the 2. That's the way a scramble works. But somehow
For us, every
Max
other
and
shot
I
we're
a
hitting in the water.
We were a little off. 32
Every time
balls.
we go to Costco, you're buying new golf balls.
Yeah, well, we can't find enough used ones. If we can find enough used ones, there's not enough used ones on the planet to keep up with us.
I think you should get on your scuba gear and dive in the lakes in the dunes.
We do have someone that comes out and does that, but he's also fighting off those big gators that we have. That's the
real thing.
There's gators.
There's tons of gators in there. Tons of gators.
So there is somebody that you hire, or they do that for a living, I guess.
They do. So they pay us to come out and they go down in the scuba gear. You usually find them on hole 5 in between the green there every now and then during the summer. But he's going up with really like an onion sack, filling it up full of golf balls and going off on his way.
How does he keep the gators away? Because they're not obviously moving out because of him.
Hey, he's been doing it his whole life, or a long time. At least the guy that I used to work with over at Old Hickory, the guy, I'll talk about him. He's in there. He knows the gators' routines. He's staying away. He's always mindful of them. He's more scared of the snakes and the water moccasins than the alligators once he's down in the water.
Really? Well, that's crazy. Braver man than me, but
I think did we see it? There's a YouTube video about.
Yeah, there is a guy.
I don't know if it's the same guy, a local guy.
But I mean, nothing drives it home further because there really are a lot of gators on the dunes. I mean, there's tons of them. But it brings me on to another thing. That's one of the special things about the dunes golf course is that. There's water in just about every Florida golf course because every bit of land is too low, so they dig out lakes and they build up the land around it. That's the way Florida's made. But the dunes has more than most, a lot more water than most. And I remember walking up onto one of the raised greens. It's like an island green. And as I was walking up, I was looking back and we were chatting and we walked to the top and at eye level, there was a huge gator just laying on the green, the actual green itself. I mean, that's not unusual, is it?
No. Yeah, you'll see him walk across, really going from the range, or from hole 8 to the range, or even going from back to the range, back to the water right there on 1.
Do you have names for them? Are they resident gators, or do you recognize them?
Some of the guys outside have named them. I haven't yet, just because there's too many of them to count,
really.
I can't tell the difference between one or the other. We do have one of the American crocodiles here on the course as well.
Oh, you do?
So
really? Currently?
Yeah, so we saw him last Friday. He was right behind the 5th green, really close to the house where I'm at.
Which is unusual. American crocodile, it like slightly warmer water than the alligator, so you don't find them. This is about as far north as they'll come.
Is. Right.
So they're more common, more towards the south and the Keys and the Everglades. But
there was one in the Jan Ding Darling Wildlife Refuge for years. And I think it was a cold snap that might have killed.
Yeah, killed him off, and then but I didn't realize there was one back again.
Yeah, so we got one here, and then there's also one over at the other course, Sanibel Island.
I read about that. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they're both huge alligators or crocodiles.
Really.
say.
What do you suggest to do for a tourist that's never seen an alligator before if they see one on the course?
Yeah, you can. If you're at a distance, like from farther than me and you want to say about 40 feet away, you can take your pictures. You can look at them. They're not going to come out and.
They're not going to bother you.
Stay in the golf cart. Don't go up there near it. If your ball's over there by it, just drop away from it.
That's one thing I said on the blog. I'm like, if it's a $5 Pro V1, let it go. Mm-hmm. Just wave it goodbye and drop it somewhere else, or move on to the next hole because it's not worth it.
No.
It's definitely not worth it. Just let them be.
But 9 times out of 10, they're not going to bother you. 9.9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
10
they're not going to bother you.
They're more scared of you than you are of them.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Especially the way we play, because they're in the target range.
Unless you're in the water, don't get in the water, and really any Florida water if it's fresh water. If you don't exactly know where they are.
Yeah, unless you're collecting balls.
So bring 31 balls with you if you play the dunes.
Minimum.
Right? Is that minimum?
Yeah, minimum.
And obviously you have birds and other wildlife too, besides the alligators.
We got that. We got the big iguana problem that's going on Sanibel. It's going on over at the dunes as well.
There's a lot of iguanas.
And there's some very big iguanas too, some of the biggest I've ever seen.
Yeah. Do they mess up the course?
They do. They just go for the bushes and they dig, and then what their problem is they go underneath the sidewalks as well. They'll dig out and collapse sidewalks.
Compromises the sidewalk.
Gotcha. Yeah, so there is an ordinance too.
And there's a lot of birds too. What is it? Hole 10, right to the right of the range. You always see those white. What are those? not penguins.
Yes, penguins.
There's always the white birds that sit right on that whole tent
next to the
Ibis,
seals.
maybe.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and the walruses.
There's seagulls. That's the word I was looking for. I think.
Seagulls?
Are they seagulls? I don't know.
Quite a bit of them. We had one the other day that it was looking like a penguin. We were trying to figure out what kind of bird it was. It had like
He'd
a
lost
penguin
his
face.
way.
It's not uncommon to see osprey over there, or there's plenty of pelicans. There's plenty of ibis. There's plenty of anhingas.
Yeah. If you're
Wow.
bird watching, it's a good time.
It's an incredible course to see wildlife. Period. I mean, literally, if you just
So it'd be fun to ride along if you're not a golfer.
Absolutely.
and let me just say something that it should be mentioned. If you're thinking that losing 31 balls is a bad day, well, it is kind of. But having said that, you got to remember we were playing in a scramble, so we're going for everything, and obviously way more than we should have done. But there's actually the dunes is a very fair course. There's actually a lot of drop areas, so if you're having a particularly bad day, it's not going to be a round ruiner. And I did say, actually, probably the first time you play, it might be better to play as a scramble or as a Stableford, something like that, where it's a point system, so you don't put three in the water in a row and ruin your round. So it might be a good idea if you're starting out to do more of a points game rather than a stroke play game. But it's still, if you're not going through trying to make ridiculous shots all the time, which you typically do on a scramble, then it's a very fair course to play anyway, isn't it?
It is. You can really go. Your rounds can go either way. Like I was playing in the scramble this last Friday, and we had probably the best first 3 holes I've ever played in my life. We started out with birdie. I made a hole-in-one on 2.
Hole-in-one?
I did my first one.
No
ever.
shot.
Did you, your first one?
Which was awesome.
Your first
My
one?
first one, and I've been playing golf for, 16, 17 years now.
No way. You had
Yeah,
your
it was
first
awesome.
one.
Crap.
That's so cool.
I've never even been really that close before. But
Really?
This one just...
Did you
hit
have
it.
any witnesses, Travis?
I did.
Okay, can we bring them on?
This wasn't a
to verify?
story after in the bar, was it?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was my first one. I had to buy everyone the drinks, which was awesome for me because
Oh,
we
you
had
had to buy drinks? Is that a rule?
That's the weird rule. Yeah.
the best part is we had a wedding going on, so the bar was closed. So they couldn't run a tab up on me, so I just ordered a cooler full of beer to have in the pavilion, and everyone could get one. So it makes
was
it
good.
perfect for me.
I like
Yeah,
it.
that's the rule. If you get a hole in one,
Really?
I got one when I was about 20 years old, and fortunately there wasn't a bar at the golf course. It was
That's
in
awesome.
England. It was in England. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now I don't have to tell people. Nope, I've never had one. I've never even been close.
No,
Really?
I can
Now
say
you
you
can
did.
actually say you
Oh,
have.
that's cool.
Which was awesome.
On your
Wow.
own course. Very cool.
So just to put it in perspective, you're coming from a scratch player and you're still putting balls in the water, so it never really ends, does it?
Yeah, so I think 2 holes later with the same ball I made the hole on it, I flew it in the water on 4, lost the ball. So there you go.
No,
added
that
to
sums
the-
up golf.
I
That
added to
sums
the
up
problem.
golf.
You didn't dive in and get your... I would have
No.
I'm
mounted
sure
your
you should
ball.
have retired that ball. Right?
I know.
It's
I
gotta
wasn't even
Exactly.
thinking about it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because I was just in shock. I've never seen one go in
Yeah.
person, so it was just fun to watch. It was just
Yeah.
a fun time.
So,
That's awesome.
so if you're looking for one thing that I was saying about in the blog is that if you look at the stats of the course, it doesn't seem, in today's standards, it's 5,600 yards. Is it 5,630 or something from the tips? And it might put you off if you're a golfer looking for stats and all that. But it's like, forget about it. Like literally. Go and play it, and then turn around and say you need another 1,000 yards on that golf course because you absolutely don't.
Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. I think the thing is that we have 62 acres of land, and I think it's 70 acres of water. But
Whoa.
Really?
it's very drastic
Wow.
in the difference.
More
but
water
it's-
than land.
I've never been around a course that has this much water, to be honest with
No.
you.
No.
But it's fun.
It is.
It really
very
does make
playable.
you play differently because
Well-
you're picking spots, you're picking little island alcoves in between little juts of water, so you really have to be careful with your play.
And it's cleverly laid out because what looks like an impossible shot where you're standing from the tee, obviously designed that way. When you get up, like there's a couple of holes where you're teeing off. I think the second is one of them, where you're teeing off, and then you have to land it on basically an island. There's water in front, water the other side, and then your second shot is take as much as you want. You want to lay up, or do you want to get onto the green? Is that the second hole?
So that's the fifth hole.
Oh, it's the fifth hole.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the
sorry.
fifth hole.
Close.
That's everyone's nightmare. That's mine.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of that one.
Okay, and then just to make it a little bit harder, all down the left side is out of bounds. Yeah. And then just to make it a little bit harder still, all down the right is water. Yeah. So you've got water. But actually, when you drive down there, when you ride down there, there's actually more of a landing area than it first looks. The biggest problem is that everybody's greedy and everybody tries to take too much. They want to try and get just that bit further or that bit. If you just played it like it should be played, it's probably be a little bit easier. But who wants to do that?
Who wants to do that when you can hit a bomb?
Right.
That's the hard part. You got to learn how to take your medicine in golf.
Yeah.
That's the best way really to get better.
To improve, yeah.
Is you got to take the penalties and get rid of them.
Yeah, yeah. And so they also have an outstanding tennis facility. And recently, it's sort of become known for its pickleball too, isn't it?
I think it just opened, your pickleball courses.
Just opened on Saturday. They're having a demo with 2 pickleball pros, and they're going to put on a clinic as well.
Have you taken up pickleball?
I have not. I have never played it. We had it at my last place. I thought about it.
Yeah, too busy.
It's another
I've only
sport.
played tennis once or twice in my life as well.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just a little bit too much running for me.
Yeah.
I'd rather take a golf cart to and from.
I know. These guys
So
talk
Max's
about...
buddies are both avid golfers, and they work at your place too, don't they?
Cole and Luke.
And Luke.
Yeah, they're big pickleball guys, I believe.
Yeah, they're part of the tennis side. So,
yeah.
Yeah, they're over there.
Are they on the tennis side? And they're also avid golfers and play them.
Yeah, they're both really good players.
Unbelievable players, really good players.
So I have a question. Do you have to be a member of the club during season to play on it, or can anybody play?
Yeah, anyone can play. Just call the golf shop. You can do 5 days in advance tee times. Tennis, I'm not quite sure or positive on how they. I think they are 5 days as well. Mm-hmm. But I know the members get 2 weeks priority.
Gotcha. And then you are connected to local resorts on the island too. So tell everybody about that.
So the Inns of Sanibel, the Dolmans are the owners of us as well. The Dolman Hotel Group, I believe.
Yeah.
They have the Seaside Inn, the Sanibel Inn, Song of the Seas, and Sunset Beach. So if you're staying at any of those places, you get member privileges over at our course as well.
Yeah, and it's quite substantial. There's free range balls. There's discount golf rentals and club rentals and green fees and
you get membership cart prices. Is that right?
Yeah, and you get discounts really on golf balls. So when they need to load up for their 31 balls lost, they can do it.
I think you guys need to stay at Island Inn before you go and play.
No, Max, what about if they do because you always have a skin, you have so many different awards for different things. I mean, maybe one should be the most balls lost.
We would win
that one down.
We would have that one down.
Yeah. There are some events that do like the most honest score. If you come in with a really high number, you get an award for that one.
Really?
At least you guys were honest.
No, we should do a box of balls for a skin, and whoever loses the most balls gets a box of balls.
Yeah, actually, we should donate a box of balls because we know what it feels like.
No, you've donated enough.
That's true, but he doesn't benefit from it.
No,
the man who's very deservedly gets the benefit of it. The man running around with the Gators.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we got a couple of golf courses on the island. I think it's a great place to come. To play golf if you're in a group or even individually, or even if you just want to brush up on your skills while you're away on vacation or something. But we've also got the Beachview
Sanibel Island Golf Club.
Sanibel Island Golf Club, which has come a long way, and it's a good comparison, or it'd be a good backup course, or play both, because I think what the Dunes is in short water, everything else, the Sanibel Golf Course is a little bit more open, a little bit longer. So I think both complement each other. If you lost too many balls, go over to the
Sanibel. Have you played the Sanibel? I'm sure you have.
I do. Yeah. So on Wednesday nights, we actually play in a points league with a lot of the guys from the Friday Night League. They play over there on Wednesdays. Tonight we're actually doing it at the Dunes because they're air raiding this week.
Oh.
But Drew, when they redid the greens here this summer, they took away all the bunkers, so it's a lot more playable for the higher handicaps. For me, anybody, it's a lot of fun. The course is awesome.
They've done an incredible job.
They did. A lot of work to it.
Yeah, and it's not really a layout change. I hadn't played it since probably 2008. And Max and I played because we were writing a piece about it, and they've done an incredible job with the fairways and the greens. The dunes has always been that way. They've had impeccable greenkeepers there, but the Sanibel course did not used to be that way.
Yeah, so they have a good superintendent. He just had a tragic accident on 4th of July and with the fireworks. So they're doing a benefit for him next Saturday.
Oh,
if
really?
Anyone interested in that?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because
next Saturday. What's the date?
The 3rd, possibly.
It could be. Yeah,
I think the 3rd. They're doing an event
September
over there.
3rd.
Yeah.
Will it be out by then, Max?
Yeah.
We'll put it out.
This is
on
out. This
social
is out
media as
tomorrow.
well.
Yep.
This will
Yeah.
be out
So
tomorrow. Okay, yeah.
Drew's putting on a really nice thing for him over there. So, yeah, if anyone could go over there and support that, or
absolutely,
for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
which the island is known for. Everybody joining together and helping each
Is he
other.
okay?
So.
yeah, so he lost a hand in the fireworks.
wow.
He
Oh, wow.
almost lost sight in one of the eyes. Apparently, that's coming back.
And is this what all your parents warned you about, that you're going to blow your hand off?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's one thing why I never even wanted to get near him.
Yeah.
I had one where it burnt my hand, and ever since then I won't even go near him.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's
incredible.
It's a sad thing to hear, but they're really going to support him and do something.
good.
really
Oh,
nice for him.
good. Well, we'll see if we can get involved in that in some way, shape, or form if we can.
Yeah.
But just moving on from there. So we got 3 golf courses. Well, there's 4 golf courses if you include the one at South Seas. But the other 2 don't count as much. You've got the Sanctuary, which is at the Sanctuary subdivision on
Where
the
you have
Sandcap
to be
Road.
a member, correct?
Yeah.
So
So
you
the
have to be
Sanctuary.
a member. It's not open to the public. It is one of the most beautiful courses I've ever played on. Absolutely incredible. I was fortunate enough to play there in a charity event. I'm sure you've played there. Being a club pro, have you played there?
Yeah, quite a few times during the summer. We go over there at least once a month. It's one of my favorite courses.
Yeah,
It's
what's
absolutely
tell us
beautiful.
your opinion about it. Get a little
It's
rundown of it.
so it's a fun course. It's open. It's still challenging. A lot longer than the dunes, but it's not overpowering long. It's got a lot of character, a lot of big alligators as well there.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of. It's somewhere where you can really go work on your game too. Their practice facility is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But they're redoing all their clubhouse from what I heard, or at least the kitchen and the dining room. So they're getting state of the art there. But
But
you
we
can
won't
get
talk
over there
about
and
that
play
too
it.
much,
You
just
go
because,
play it.
yeah, if you can get a chance, if you know a member or something and get on, then definitely
And a
do
small
it.
membership, I think. Isn't
253, I
and
believe.
I think they have a waiting list for it as well.
They have a waiting list, and I
Do you
think.
know how much it costs to be a member?
I've heard numbers.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to
I
go
think
there
there
because
has
it's
6 digits from what I heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
yeah.
initiation.
It's
Dang.
deeper pockets for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then South Seas is the last one, but I believe
On Captiva.
it's closing. They're closing it down, right? They're demolishing it.
That's the rumors I
No,
heard.
the rumor. We can't say that for sure.
No. What they're doing is they're adding. So there's at the point at Redfish Pass, there's some condo units that are called Land's End, and they're adding another building somewhere a little bit further south, which will eat into part of the golf course. Now, whether they're going to be redirecting that somewhere else or they're going to lose some length off of it, I'm not sure. So that's the bit they don't know yet.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
But as it stands, as it is open, and
But only open to people that.
you have to be
Stay
staying
at
there.
South
Yeah,
Seas.
you have to be staying there. So
Yeah. So as of right now, if you are staying at South Seas, it's a super short course, right? It's executive, so they're all par 3. And yeah, what have
There
you
might
played?
be
Have
a
you played it
par
as
I
well?
four.
haven't, but from what I hear, it's one of the most beautiful 9-hole courses in
it's
the nation.
absolutely stunning.
It's
yeah,
right
it's
there.
absolutely
Really?
stunning. Yeah,
I heard it used to be 18, and then Charlie took a lot of it out.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's
It's actually
unbelievable.
been shrunk down. They had a hole on the east side of the island that they took away and then moved somewhere else. So it has got shorter over the years. But
Is it 9 or is it?
it's a short 9.
A short 9.
Yeah, it used to be a regular 9, and now it's an executive 9. It's about 2,300, 2,500 yards. I've got the exact number written down on the blog.
Yeah, but right along the Gulf of Mexico.
Right around Redfish Pass
Yeah.
and right down. I mean, literally Gulf front all the way down. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. And yeah, so you can't play there unless you're staying there. But
So another reason to stay.
if you're
out there.
staying there, go and play it before it changes. It might change for the better. You don't know. But I should think with the value of real estate these days that
Right.
golf courses normally get eaten into rather than expanded. You know. But yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
check
especially
that
on
one out.
South Seas.
And the other thing I wanted to talk about, so let's suppose we do a boys' trip and girls trips too, Laurie.
Thank
I
you.
don't want to leave you out, but we do more boys trips than girls trips. But anyway, it's not just this island, is it? I mean, like, there's some phenomenal golf courses within. I mean, for the older player, no disrespect. For the straighter, player, that you've got Shell Point. One of my favourites is Crown Colony, which is literally 5 miles from the island, probably. And then you've got world-class courses like Tiburon down in Naples that are on the LPGA. I mean, like, if you wanted to do a golf trip, you could do a world-class golf trip in this island, couldn't you?
Yeah,
from this area.
Yeah.
There's a great special that goes on during the summer. It's called the PGA Pass. The South Florida PGA puts out this pass where it's a booklet of golf courses where you get reduced rates and you get privileges during the summer too. So it's like a reciprocal program for the average Joe. Which we have a funny story about that. Nick got the PGA Pass.
I used to get it every year.
Right,
yeah.
he used to get it. And he called up a course. I don't even know what course it was. Lexington. And he told them he was on he had the PGA. But for some reason, I don't know if his accent or whatever, and he went in there and they thought he was a PGA player.
It was my English accent. They thought I was a PGA player. And they were rolling out the red carpet, and I could see them whispering and looking around. I was on my own. And then afterwards, we had a laugh about it. He said, we didn't recognise you as a PGA player. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
I've got the PGA pass.
I've got the PGA pass. I'm not a PGA
Oh, my
player.
God.
Yeah. So, lost in translation. But
right.
But
and they lost interest in you quickly.
Yeah, they lost interest in me. But that pass is absolutely right. And when I was playing a lot, I would have done it this year. We've just started playing it up again. But next year I'll
3
definitely
months
do
ago,
it.
probably.
Yeah, but it's definitely worth every penny. I mean, it's really good. I mean, it's heavily reduced rates. And you're getting on... There's even courses on there that you would never be able to get on without that pass. Yeah. I don't know what's on it this year, but like in years past, there are actually private courses that have been on it.
Yeah, like where I came from, Old Hickory. That was on the book. That was the only way you could play it unless you were a member at another club.
So how cool is that?
Yeah, there's a lot of really good courses. I have friends that do it, and they try to do a different course every week.
Yeah,
that's cool. And you have to pay a set fee for the pass. Is how it works?
I think it's $55 or $110. One of those two.
It is $55. I'm looking at the website right now.
Perfect. Yeah. So it's that, and then you get all these reduced rates. Like I know our public rate during the summer is $79, and you get it for $50. So you get it. These
so basically, you'll make your money back.
So you play 2 rounds, and you basically pay for it. You know, it's phenomenal.
$10 off if you are a first responder or student. So you get $45 for a pass.
There you go, Max.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's the website, Max, to get that pass?
sfpgagolf.com. South Florida PGAgolf.com.
Golf.com.
And
just search PGA Golf or PGA Golf Pass.
Or PGA player Nick Adams.
Yeah.
I think they sell it over like Golf Galaxy or the PGA Superstore.
Oh, they do? Yeah. Okay. And when does it ends about September-ish, doesn't it? End of September?
Sometimes end of October. That's really the season starts for us as golf clubs down here is from really October or November through April. So they're going to try to limit it to right before that.
So it's just a summer thing.
Might still be worth getting, Max. Might be still worth getting.
Yeah, I was just going to name the courses that are on it, but there's so many it would take me another 15
And it changes
minutes
every year, so check out our website because it does change every year. Some come and go, but there's always a surprise one on there that you're like, wow, I can get on that, yeah. So what would you say about if you're traveling down here for a golf trip? First draw or what? I mean, top quality golf.
Yeah, so it's either going to be South Florida, this coast or the other, or Myrtle Beach is like the big golf meccas out here.
Right.
Unless you're going to like Bandon Dunes or Stream Song, somewhere that's just a resort. But we have, I think, over 150 courses within 50 miles here in this concentrated area.
Really?
It's... Really,
and there's everything as well, isn't there? Like
there's everything from high-end private to
and even June style golf. Like I mean, you could almost call Tiburon is almost June style. It's not, but it's just
June style. Meaning what?
Like a link style golf course. It's mounds constantly everywhere you go. It's just like there's no flat area. It's
this Florida golf, it's got a lot of that, and then a lot of the palmetto bushes lining the courses.
Yeah,
they're called.
Which I hate.
They're actually called ball-eating plants.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can literally you can just let your ball look at it, and it will disappear off the face of the planet.
It's true. I'm not sticking my hands in there. There's a lot of big snakes.
Yeah,
especially in this area.
Yeah, you definitely don't stick your hands in those. No,
oh my
for
goodness.
sure. Yeah,
and you can play a mini golf too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Tiger Woods' place right off the island.
Yes, there is. Tiger Woods has Pop Stroke.
Now, we have Pop Stroke and Top Golf now.
Let's talk about that. We've got some quality place. We've got Top Golf in Fort Myers. We've got Pop Stroke, which is Tiger Woods' putt, I guess.
Yeah.
I haven't played that. I don't
Max
know.
has played. What do you think about
What is that, Max? Is
Pop
it
Stroke?
just...
It's really cool. It's really trendy. Like it's kind of like Top Golf in that you get drinks. They have games for the whole family. You can order drinks to the whole. They have really,
you can?
they have really good food. Yeah,
What, they have like
really
a
good
cart
food.
girl that comes
Yeah, you
out?
go on the app and you can order drinks to the whole.
way.
Like you can keep score. There's games for everyone, so it's really good. Same with Top Golf in that if you're trying to get your golf fix, but you need to bring the whole family along, Top Golf is fun for everyone. They have golf. Just make sure you get the app and you can get in the waiting list because the waiting list at Top Golf is
Right. It just
really
opened
long.
recently,
Yeah, and
so
I think-
it's very popular.
And on Monday nights, they're going to start like a Top Golf league that my buddy and I are going to start playing in since we're not going to be able to do the Friday night league here anymore.
Oh,
soon.
just do it as a fun thing?
Just some fun to go out there and at least keep hitting balls.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool,
And I
yeah.
think
Monday
Tuesdays
nights.
is half price.
Tuesdays is half
Tuesdays
price.
Yeah, and I saw they have a bowling league style thing for Top Golf.
Yeah, and definitely get the app though, because otherwise you're going to have to stand there in person to wait for your thing, and
For 2 hours.
2 hours, and the
I'm
wait
sure
can
it'll
be
settle
long.
down.
It's not the worst part with the bar right there either.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That is true.
But yeah, you literally don't even have to wait there. They tell you what time you need to arrive. So you just put your name in. They say be here by
have
8:55
dinner or
p.m.
something.
You go have dinner and then go there.
And for those of you who don't know, it's basically like a target golf. So you hit balls, and there's a screen up, and it tells you you're basically aiming at a flag, and depending how
It's a
close-
high-tech driving range.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Depending on how close you get to the hole, you score X amount of points. And they basically change the yardage on you, so you can, one might be a really long shot, one will be 50 yards away, and then it's all a points-based thing.
Is Dunes the only place with a driving range on the island?
Yeah.
It is for a public driving range. It is. Yep.
You can also go just over the bridge to Shell Point and play before 3 o'clock. I think is their driving range, at least right now.
The one thing about the Shell Point driving range is quite often it shuts unexpectedly, and it is. Weird
Not open
hours.
on Mondays. I know that.
It's open weird hours. Yeah, you can't go on too early. You can't go. I think you have to wait till.
I think it's 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, is it?
Yeah,
Or
Exactly.
is it
So
later?
the
10 to
members-
3 for public.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
10 to 3, so
members
it's
only
pretty
before 10.
limited.
But it is
Yeah.
grass, so you get to play off the grass, whereas the dunes is mats.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to limit the grass for our weddings. So we got to keep it looking pretty for them.
Yeah,
Is that
right.
what it is? Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
good
So,
point.
any recommendations you could give local golfers to coming down? I mean, bring clubs, don't bring clubs. You have rental clubs at your place.
Yeah,
too?
call ahead before at the courses if you're not going to play ours. We have.
You have decent sets?
We have
and-
60 sets of Callaway Rogue irons and Epic woods.
Oh, high end stuff.
Yeah, really nice clubs, and we're getting our new shipments here soon for our next
So
set of
if you
rentals.
don't know, they're the latest and greatest. I mean,
Yeah,
that's their
60 sets.
Yes, so we have a little bit of everything. So if we have plenty of
Yeah.
rental sets.
Wow.
So
I'm
you don't
shocked
have
how
to bring
many
it.
you have.
That's a lot of sets.
And is it pretty inexpensive to? I mean, that's all subjective, but I mean, is it?
So the rental set, it's $75 for a bag per person. Everybody's got to have a bag, but you also get a half dozen balls with it, Callaway Super Stroke or Super Soft balls. So you get a $20 bag of balls and with a valuables pouch you get to bring home.
Okay, cool.
So it's really worth it. And then,
And you don't have to lug your.
yeah, if you don't want to bring it, travel with your bag. I think
Yeah.
it's what $50 to $60 to ship it.
Right.
You
right.
have it right here when you don't even have to. Just
Yeah.
bring
Yeah.
some shoes and we have gloves
good
for
to go.
sale and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, you've got quite an extensive shop there, haven't you?
We
Pro
do.
shop. Yeah, I mean, they've got everything in there. Some nice apparel and everything you could possibly need outside of. Well, you sell clubs too.
We do. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we have a lot of Callaway clubs, Cleveland wedges and putters. We have tons of golf balls.
Yeah.
If you need golf balls,
That's
we have
funny
just
that
about
you
everything.
would sell tons of golf balls at your.
Yeah, we have a nice little. I think I've sold you one of the packs, the double dozen, which is our
Yes.
best value.
Yeah, it
ball
wasn't
out there.
enough for me, but
That was the pack that we lost
Triple
that
dozen.
day. We lost the entire 24
I
pack.
remember that night, but yeah, we got plenty. There's a lot of people that go out and play 9 holes,
and come back and see you.
and they're coming back after the 5th just to get more balls to finish 9. But yeah, it's happened quite a bit.
Oh my goodness! And the
believe it.
clubhouse, the restaurant is open to the public too.
is.
So another perk of
Yeah, the restaurant opens at 11 every day. During the summer, it shuts. The fast food orders at 3. But the bar stays open till 6.
And what great little bar! You got your bartenders, Ashley, is it?
Ashley and Mary Lou.
Ashley and Mary Lou.
Zach and Xavier are always working it every now and then. But
super friendly group, and it's a really good atmosphere. It's a nice small bar. It's a really good atmosphere.
So fun for everybody. Even if you don't play golf, you can play pickleball, tennis, whatever. Go eat, have a glass of wine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
All right, I'm gonna get Malia out there. We're gonna play together.
To get her to do it.
All right.
Just she's working way too much.
Yeah, way too much. Well, maybe we'll go and join you tonight, Max. What do you think?
Yeah, we should.
Let's scramble tonight. Yeah,
let's do it.
Yeah, it's not a scramble; it's a points.
Yeah, so it's points tonight. So you're on your own. All you guys got to do is just get your points. I don't know what your handicap is off the top of my head, but like
it's really it's really low.
So then you might only have to get 1 or 2 points for the 9 holes, and if you make it, great. If you don't, you can drink beer afterwards.
There you go. It's win-win.
Don't mind if I do.
All right.
All right. I've got some golf trivia. Sanibel and Captiva golf trivia.
Mini golf trivia.
I don't think there's any mini golf trivia, Mom. Unfortunately.
Why not?
Okay. Go on. Hit me up. So the idea, Travis, just so you're going to write down your answers, hide it from Laurie, and then you're going to show it when Max is.
All right. First question. The golf courses of Sanibel are all protected by what wildlife society? I don't know if they're protected. They are certified by this wildlife society.
Got it.
Oh.
Any day now, Mom?
I've given Travis his paddle with his.
Okay.
His
What did you say?
What'd you say, Dad?
Audubon Society.
Oh, I put the Fish and Wildlife Society.
right,
Audubon is correct. I believe all 3 courses, including the sanctuary, are Audubon certified courses.
Yes,
I don't know if that's the official.
Yeah, that's true.
All 3
I
courses.
didn't put in the blog. I'll have to add that.
Yeah, they're all wildlife sanctuaries, essentially.
Yeah.
I was thinking PETA first came to mind.
Yep. You would have been wrong.
Animal abuse.
No.
And we even have the Audubon Country Club down there in Naples, which is one of my favorite courses in the area as well.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It's their first really associated main one down here in the
That's what
area.
it's actually called?
It is.
Never heard of it.
It's an awesome little place.
Really? Is it open to the public?
I don't believe so. I think that one's
Is that the one
5-star.
Carl plays at?
I don't know. Speaking of favorite courses, what would you say is your number 1 course in Southwest Florida?
Besides
You got
the
to stay
dunes.
from the dunes.
Yeah, you can't say the dunes.
My favorite course to play that really anybody could play is Hammock Bay, right there near Marco Island.
And what do you like about it?
It's a fun course. It's challenging. It's player friendly as well at the same time. I just took my uncle, my stepdad, and my brother there back in June, and everyone loved it.
I know exactly where it is. It's the long straight road before you get onto Marco.
Yep.
And it's down there.
It's the Marriott's course.
Yeah, I've never played it.
It's
It's
a lot
good,
of
is
fun.
it?
And there's a lot of wildlife. If you want to go out there to look at wildlife, I really enjoyed it. My favorite course that really not many people know about is Colusa Pines, which is probably the highest private course down here. It's got the highest point in Collier County, man-made point, which is the 16th green or hill hitting right back down this hill.
What does that mean? I don't know.
So they brought in all this dirt. They moved a lot of dirt
Oh,
to build
highest-
this
oh,
course.
elevation.
Yeah, so it's the highest elevated course. Point in the area.
What's it
wow.
called?
Colusa Pines.
Oh, okay. But it's a private course.
It is.
You got to be privileged PGA
Or you
player.
know Travis,
like
maybe.
myself and Travis.
You got to know Mike Ballier, the pro there.
Oh, okay.
We got to play a lot of tournaments there in college, which was awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
So that's
Nice.
it was a
So
really
a lot of these
fun
private
time.
courses open up for the young players, do
Yeah, they do a lot for the PGM down here, so we get to play a lot of really nice courses, which they want to build. Really, the staff they want people to want to be working at these places.
That's true. So bring in the fresh
So
blood.
bring them into
Yeah.
play, let them get the taste of it, and really
Great
grow.
idea.
And bring them
Yeah,
into the
great
fold.
idea.
Bring them in the fold.
We steal a lot of ideas from these different courses as well for how we want to run our staff and how we do things as well.
Yeah,
That makes
that's
sense.
awesome. That's
Interesting.
awesome.
Okay.
All right. What are we? 1-1-0.
Next 1-1-0.
Again. Oh
Next
my gosh.
question. The oldest course of Sanibel, the Sanibel and Captiva courses, is which course? Which was built first?
Okay. I think I got it.
Why
have
do you
no
always
clue
seem
on
like
this
you
one.
write like paragraphs?
It's to keep you guessing, Laurie.
All right.
It's to make you feel insecure about your answer.
What did you write?
It's definitely the Sanibel golf course because it's nearly 50 years old.
I put the dunes.
I put the dunes.
Oh.
Max?
You're all wrong. South Seas is the oldest course.
Really?
Dunes is number 2. South Seas was South Seas was finished in 1972. Dunes was finished in 1973.
That was the front 9, and then the back 9 was, I think, late 70s or early 80s.
Oh, really? They only had 9 to begin with, and then Sanibel was 76, and then Sanctuary was 92. So Sanctuary is the youngest.
Wow. So I got it completely wrong then.
You did indeed.
So you get minus points.
Excellent.
Okay, so no one got that. So it's still 1-1-0.
We had somebody on the podcast that talked about when they were building the dunes and they would ride their like dirt bikes back there. Was that Dave Mensch maybe from the Periwinkle Park?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Jerry, he talks about that story all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Jerry Mensch. Does he? Yeah.
One more question. The longest course of the 4 is which?
So we know it's not the dunes, obviously.
You're giving away your reasoning, Mom?
Yeah, my limited knowledge. I don't know. All right. Well, good. I put what you did, Nick. I already wrote my... All right, Travis, what'd you put?
I put the Sanctuary.
I put the Sanctuary.
I put the Sanctuary. Did you copy me?
I already had it written.
She did already have it written, I will admit. All right. It is tied 2-1-2. You're all correct.
Hey, I've got some big news.
What?
Just while I was letting you copy my answer, I had a text right here. And guess what?
What?
We're playing South Seas on Friday, Max.
Yippee. Huge news. Okay.
What about me?
All right. Last question. The shortest of the 4 sandcap courses is which?
Oh. Wait. Okay.
Mom, you first.
I put South Seas.
Dad, I just saw your answer.
You said Sanibel, didn't you?
No, he said Sandcap.
I said of the 4 sandcap courses.
No, I know that.
I see your answer. Dad put the dunes.
No, that was my last answer.
South Seas is a 9-hole course, which makes it the shortest by a literal mile.
Travis, show your answer.
But
So they know you got it.
I thought it was, like,
South Seas.
It's not really a full course,
Hand
is it?
Travis
You got
the
tricked
bell.
by the trick question. Travis wins.
Oh, dear.
All right, ring
You
the
gotta
bell,
ring the bell.
Travis. Multiple times. Come on, be
Come on, let's show
excited.
some. Yes, there we go. Thanks very much for joining us.
Everybody
And,
go say hi to Travis.
Go and say hi. You do lessons as well, don't you?
Yes.
And you've got the head pro and yourself. So go and see for you do playing lessons. You do all sorts of lessons.
Anything else you want to tell us about the?
Anything we missed?
You really come see us. Mike Dopstaff and myself, we teach over at the club. We work around other people's schedules, so that really helps for you guys. Hour playing lessons. We do packages as well.
And you're close by whenever anybody
close
needs
by.
you.
And if anyone needs regripping clubs, I do that all here on the island as well.
Really?
So if
excellent.
so you don't
Good
have to
know.
go off the island. We can do it right here.
Fantastic. Well, make sure you check out the island golf courses. They're absolutely
Bring lots of
phenomenal.
balls.
Bring lots of balls. Be warned. And thanks very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure having you, and we'll do it again sometime. And in the meantime, go and hit them straight, keep them dry, and we'll see you out on the golf course. Okay, and a quick shout out to our supporters. Without our supporters, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So show some love to Bailey's General Store, Doc Ford's Rum Bar and Grill, the Pfeifer Realty Group, Spoondrift Island Bowls, Sanibel Carts, GatorBites Tail and Ale, 3 Crafty Ladies, Suncatchers Dream, Kingfisher Vacation Rentals, Priscilla's of Sanibel, and Coco y Cabana. Thanks very much, and we'll see you on the next one.